Hey everyone, here is this 2002 Chevrolet Corvette C5 Z06, presented in black. It's a little walk around video of this car. Try to go over as much as I can, try to point out some defects in the car. We like doing these walk around videos because we do a lot of out-of-state business, and it's just easier to do these things so people can see them and hear them and get an idea of what they're buying. So this car is all stock. It's on chrome factory wheels. We're gonna start off with the exterior defects that I can see. I'm gonna try to point them all out to you guys. So this car does have a right under 115,000 miles. So it's for a Corvette, it's got some miles on it. And this car is black, so you should expect some rock chips and some defects. Black paint really will show it all. And as you can see, there are some rock chips on this car. It is a very low car as well, so do expect that. Pretty typical though for something like this, as you can see. You won't probably notice in the video, but in sunlight I've noticed that this is a different shade black than this light. I'm not entirely too sure why. My guess is it was replaced at one time. So understand that this is a different shade black. It's very, very interesting. There's no accident reports on this car and no signs that it's been in any accidents. So thought that was kind of odd. But anyways, we'll work our way around. We do have rock chips in the front end. You won't necessarily find any dents because this is fiberglass. But overall, the paint looks really good. The wheels look nice. Very minor curb rash right there. It's got new front brakes, something that we did in. Beautiful FRC fixed roof coupe. This is dirt. Yeah, that comes right off. That's not a scratch or anything. These are Toyo tires, front and rear. Sometimes on these guards, you'll see them kind of tripped up. There's a chip right there. That's about it for that. We'll work our way around. Rear bumper looks pretty good. Sometimes on these you'll see like spider web cracks, what we call them, very fine hairline cracks. But I don't see that on this bumper, so that's good. Car could go for a pretty hardcore paint correction. Our detailer isn't something that he really does often, but if you have the right people that do paint correction, they can make this black look really good. Definitely has good life in it. A little scuff right here. Oh, it's actually wax. There's gonna be a spot right here. It looked like they hit it with touch up, and right here. So note that, if you can kind of see it. That's most of the exterior defects. No curb rash on this wheel. No rash on this wheel. The wheels look fantastic, actually. And no rash on this wheel. So we're going into the interior. For the mileage, the seats look really good. This is a very common wear spot on these, but usually they kind of split down in the center as well, and it's not doing that on this car. I'll show you the door panels. Steering wheel looks good. This is the floor mat, but it's upside down, so it doesn't look pretty. Go on the passenger side. Again, seats look good. Show you the door. Looks like there's some damage right here. If you look up here, if you look around this trim piece for the heads-up display, this part's cracked. And I think there's another spot in here. Right here. You can see that. But believe it or not, the heads-up display still works. It's great. And there's a little radio knob that we're waiting to get. It's not a big deal. Still the original shifter. We're gonna start it up. Sounds good. No weird noises, lifter tick, nothing like that. Rod knock, none of that's going on. Show you the trunk. And we'll go to the engine. Shut these lights down. Stock LS6 5.7 liter aluminum block V8 engine. I think they rated this at 405 horsepower to the crank. Plenty of power. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe these have 390 gears too. They like to rip. Few things that we did through service. There was a this oil pressure gauge was pinned out max, and the sensor itself was leaking. So we ended up pulling the intake manifold off and replacing that sensor. So everything works good now. There was some excess oil under the car, and it's still burning some of that off, but there's no more current leaks, so that's good. And then we did the front brakes and new plugs or plug wires. One of the plug wires was old, it was about to break, so we just put new wires in it. And that's about it for service. Obviously the oil change, and just look it over. There's on Carfax, you're gonna see a odometer discrepancy, and the reason why that's on there is when this car was in California, it was over 10 years old. So they issue it exempt miles due to age. That's any car that's over 10 years old in California. And when this thing came to Arizona, the seller thought it had an odometer issue because the California title said exempt. However, that's the miles on this car are true and they're accurate. And it does have a clean, true mile Arizona title. So if you see on Carfax, that was all done by error. It should never have been announced at the auction. And that is the explanation of that. So do buy this car with confidence and assume the miles are true. There's nothing shady going on. So just want to disclose that as well in the video. If you're interested in this vehicle and you want to make sure it's still available, go to azautohunters.com. If we don't have this one, we may have others similar. We do deal a lot in Corvettes. So we're going to end the video here. Thanks for watching.